Chug Dog.
Chug Dog.
It's Chug Dog.
Chug Dog.
What up, Chug Dog?
That's one of my coworkers' nickname for me. Chug Dog. Oh, but I'm not Chug.
Don't worry about chugging yet.
Little baby Chug.
Okay.
Chugging.
Chugging.
Little baby Chug. Little baby Chug. Little baby Chug. Welcome to another edition of Game Day Chug. I'm your host, Chug Dog. This is Clayton. Together, we are Game Day Chug. And this is our, 28th episode? Or should we,
I believe
27 and a half?
27 and 1/2 episode. There is a half episode that I have access to. At least 7 minutes of, and then about 20 minutes of me speaking to no one. Technical things are not our strong suit. That's fairly obvious at this point if you've been following along. The only way you can be following along is by following us at Game Day Chug on Twitter, on YouTube, on the Instagram, and if you have the TikTok, I'm sorry. I haven't put a TikTok up in maybe this year.
However,
this whole year.
If you do have a TikTok, you have the other things.
It's true. Yeah, one does not simply have.
No one just
TikTok.
has the TikTok, so don't be lazy. Go ahead, click that like, follow. There we go.
Oh! You are being forceful. Something's going down over there.
Charge my computer. Being a bad boy.
We have a very big problem.
Oh no. What will we do?
I guess we'll starve.
What will we do? We have an excellent show for you today. We have an excellent guest. His name is Jeremy Pena. Hey.
Oh, he's doing the
Say hello, Jeremy. Say hello.
You can't see my hips right now, but
Are you
they
ready
are
for
going.
the 2026 season? Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then what about you, Jose? What about you, Jose? Oh yeah. I don't need
older.
baseball classic, World Baseball Classic. I'm Jose Altuve.
You can tell he's older because his head is going a lot faster.
He's got a little bit more
wobble to the bobble. The spring training has begun. There's actual baseball being played.
Yeah, there was was there an actual game?
Yeah. Some Astros players.
Yeah.
On the field. Playing ball.
Yeah. We didn't touch on it, but our boy Justin Verlander, JV, he's back where it all began. He's back in Detroit.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think that the question on everyone's mind is the Hall of Fame case now.
This is the icing on the cake. He's going in as a Tiger now, right?
If they win it all,
I don't think there's any down now. I think this is it. I think
it does seem a lot like a homecoming.
That's what he's always wanted. You know, these last couple years, this is what he's wanted. He wanted to return to Detroit.
And now they're worth a damn. So it makes sense because you're a contender, I can go back and we're going to try to win one for Detroit.
Who's Detroit's manager?
Has anyone...
Who's Detroit's manager? That's a guy. It's a guy. Here's a...
I don't know who it is, but I'm sure that he has a
Oh,
spotless reputation, and
if only the
uh, and has
if
probably
only the
won one.
Astros could find themselves a manager like AJ Hinch. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Oh,
God,
dude,
what? Oh,
he was the manager
no!
before
You're
Dusty Baker.
kidding
He
me!
was the
You're kidding
manager.
me! We had him.
Yeah,
We had.
we we fired him whenever we
Ah,
tucked tail and ran.
God, God, that's where this came from, I suppose, huh? That. That.
Let me see. I can't tell if that's
Let me.
19 or 17. Or excuse me, 22 or
Yeah,
17.
no,
Sorry,
that's.
19. I'm sorry.
This is the.
That's number one.
This is the
Yep.
numero uno right here.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You're darn right. You know, I
LA.
saw
Suck
there
on
was
that,
like a.
LA. And suck on that, New York. And suck on that, Boston. Oh,
I'm ready to take all comers again. I really am. I have not outgrown the dynasty.
I,
I don't believe it's over. You
I
can't
don't.
convince
I
me it's
think it's
over.
going to be. Okay, so I think this is actually funny. I think it's going to be a lot like. Um, Actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. Screw it. I'm not even going to say those words. Um,
No
but
juju.
I don't think like we're ever going to believe like the dynasty is over. Like the ride,
You won't know it
yeah,
until
the
it's
ride
really
will
dead.
always. We're always going to be on parade. You know.
um, I think that there was it's the Athletic or somebody. They put out a poll where they asked all the execs around the league who did the most to benefit their team, and I think the Astros came in second to last or last as far as moves to better the team. People don't realize that whenever you have 26 IR stints, I don't need to improve much.
Yeah.
I need to be healthy. I
Yeah.
need to have I need it to not be months at a time without Pena, Altuve, Alvarez. You know,
And
Javier was
not
out all
just.
season.
Well,
Blanco was
it's not
out
the
all
injuries
season.
that bother me. People are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. It's the repeated injuries. It's the injuries. It's the injuries that are being like that we sustain that could be avoided if we handled the first injury correct. You know, I feel like last season was a bunch of
Right.
chain reactions to not figuring out or getting the right or figuring out the first problem first, and then it just into a problem.
Right. We
Yeah,
weren't triaging. We weren't triaging our problems. But I mean you're definitely right. And now they took out the head
yeah.
medical guy. He was the scalp for everybody to see. Um, yeah, he wore one of those. Watch out! That's a laptop in front of you. You don't want to break that. We'll be in trouble. Um, but yeah, as far as baseball goes, I'm excited. I think I sent you a message from there's an outfielder we had last year. He's still on the team. Taylor Trammell. He's the little fast
Mm-hmm.
black lefty, and they asked him about I-45 Tatsuya, and he said, "I've been playing baseball professionally for," he said, like 18 years and 10 of them in the pros or something like that, and I've never seen a splitter like that before in my life. So the kid's got the kid's got something special in the arm. I'm hoping that he can return on his investment. Investment wasn't that much. Maybe let's say I'm hoping that he can exceed expectation. And there's another kid who pitched today. I think his name is Morrow, like Morrow, and he has a
Mm-hmm.
nasty changeup, a very nasty changeup. Thing about changeups, they don't hurt this. They're not sliders. They don't hurt the elbow. You can throw a changeup all the live long day. So I'm cool with the way that things are going. We got to have the pitching to get us through. Um, but it's spring. Everything
Yep.
is in front of us.
Yep.
Everything is in front of us,
The glass
and
for
I'm
everyone
excited.
is full. That's what you.
I told you about the only Astros bet that I've made so far,
No.
right? I have one bet for baseball season in general. That bet is Yordan Alvarez MVP.
Wow. That's a bold take. That means that
If the
means
man is healthy
that
for a
means
season,
he not only had a great season, he was healthy.
did you just crack yourself in the face with that?
No.
Okay. I thought that was across the nose.
The,
Oh,
the man
okay,
who
okay,
invented
continue.
the hat,
He
he
thought of
thought of
this.
this. No, but that also means that the Astros had a really great season too. He won it. He wins MVP. So
Yep.
I'm okay with that take.
I just think that it's hard to believe that a guy like that has never had 40 homers in a season, and I don't think it's going to be like a struggle to get to 40 if he's healthy. I think it's more like, can he break 50? Can he break
I know.
55? Just takes health, because we've seen him in his stretches where he'll go a month and he's batting 460 for the month and has 12 homers in a month, and you're like, this guy is the
Yeah,
best hitter on the planet. If you can just do that all summer long, I, my ticket is going to look really good come
it's
September.
gonna look. It's
That's
gonna
all.
look good.
um, Combine week, is that
Combine
right?
week.
They're doing some
Yeah, that's what they
NFL
say.
stuff.
Who are we looking? Who are you
Uh,
eyeing? What do we need? What are we looking at in the first round? Position wise,
um, I've I've said it before. I'll say it again. I want MAGA Republicans or Samoans, and they need to play offensive line. Okay? I need Nebraska boys or boys who speak a language that I couldn't dream of understanding, and they need to have tribal tattoos up their arms. They need the eye black that
yeah.
does this.
I
I need those
I
guys.
honestly don't care about the draft this year. I'm more concerned about what the Texans will do in free agency because um, we're at that point now where we need to just start bringing in win now players. We don't have time to develop, a good center
You
or
have
whatever.
you have all of your all of your receiving core has that kind of vibe to it, like developmental, with the
Yeah.
exception of Nico and Tank. If they can tell you that Tank is 100% before the season starts, I feel really good about that. But other than those two, you know, I don't think that Hutchinson is developing anymore, but I don't think that he's
Well, I
a
don't
star
think
player.
Christian Kirk is going to be back.
I don't either. His price tag was high
Yeah.
even for the year we
So
had him. Um, I saw two things regarding the running back position today from uh, one of them was Casario about Mixon, and he said kind of the same thing he had been saying all season, which is like, I don't know, we'll see. I think he might have had
you don't
surgery
know,
this off season, and I said surgery this off season. It's been his off season
but you also don't,
all season. Where was the? Why didn't we have surgery
right?
in October?
Yeah.
Why didn't we have surgery
Yeah.
then? But this off season, so I think that Joe's gone, and then the more exciting part and the part where it's not my money, so I hope they spend it. I saw that we have been linked to Kenneth
Mm,
Walker. Bring Kenny Walker to Houston. That would be sick. That would be
yeah, but that
very
would
very
be
sick.
God. That's and it's a
It's a
lot of money, and
lot of
it's I
money.
feel like it's a Brock Osweiler situation all over again. You're paying for the guy who clearly,
You're paying at his
yeah,
at his peak.
you're paying him based off of what he's done and not what he could do. You know,
And ironically, it's against the same team. You're paying him for his performance against the
Yes,
Patriots.
yes, and I don't necessarily want to spend that kind of money on a running back, on an older running back who
He's not. He
he's
he's
old.
not old.
He's in the late 20s. I mean, this is his. This is it. There's not going to be a second big contract.
I'm
He's
gonna
not.
guess that he's 26 or
He's
under.
not. He's not a Derrick Henry.
Well, Derrick Henry's
Yeah,
old.
but he's kind of a late bloomer too.
Kenny Walker is
Okay,
25.
so you probably got
Um,
you give him.
he's got 5 good years of tread on the tires. You
Yeah,
probably get him for 3, and you probably pay what you would have paid for Saquon 2 years ago, which is the biggest thing that
so
you
what
can't
what
really go back
intrigues
and.
you about Kenneth Walker on just the fact that
Uh,
he's a running
I
back
think.
with healthy legs?
Well, they're not always healthy. He's
That
known to get injured.
that too.
Um, I would say that there's not a lot of tread that's been burned off the tires. He's not been a 300 carry guy. Mixon has. Mixon's also probably 30 or 31
Yeah,
or somewhere around there, I would guess. Um, but he just hasn't had the big volume seasons, and he wouldn't have to. As much as we've talked about Woody, Woody can still get touches the same way that. I mean, the joke with Kenneth Walker all year is that Charbonnet would just come in and get the touchdown.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Kenneth Walker would get him down the field. All right, good job. Let's get Charb in there. And Charbonnet
yeah,
can get us the touchdown. Um, it probably wouldn't work like that with Woody because I don't think Woody's got the nose for the end zone in that way, the way that Charbonnet does. At the same time, I don't know why Seattle would make that move unless they were being heavily compensated, or I don't know if he's a free agent. Either way, Charbonnet tore his ACL. So if Kenny goes, then Seattle has
yeah,
to reload. And if they're going to reload, why don't we reload and just not pay the money for it?
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, exactly. If the Super Bowl champs are willing to let the
to
let the
let him
Super Bowl
walk.
MVP walk, then it means he clearly wasn't. He just had a really good game, which is he did. He had a really
He was.
yeah,
It was the scheme. It was
yeah,
what they were allowing. They said, "Don't let Jackson
yeah,
Smith and Jigba beat you. Give him
yeah.
the ball 30 times," and
I
they did. The only other Texans thing I saw was that they called Casario. They asked him about CJ and
yeah,
trade talks about CJ, and he said that that
yeah.
was
Well,
moronic. So that
and
will not be happening.
no, it shouldn't. But I think the conversation needs to be had in the room about, what if we were to. I never thought for a second they would do it this. But
No,
next off season, what I would like the Texans to go do in the draft is use a third or fourth round pick on a quarterback. Take one of these guys and just let him sit back there. I'd also bring in a Kirk Cousins. He was released by the Falcons. Yeah,
he was.
he was released. I would bring him
I
in,
mean,
and I would try maybe to trade Davis, since his stock is high. Try to just maybe get a late round pick for him or something.
get what you
Yeah,
paid
get
for
a
him. Get a
third
third
round
round
pick
pick for
back
him.
for him. Let Kirk Cousins be your backup. You got a rookie behind Kirk. You got the old veteran who's looking for his next shot. His next shot of redemption
A little
on a
bit of
Super
nipping on your
Bowl
heels,
contending
you know.
team. Who all he's got to do is just not f up. I almost said it.
Oh well, you could let the chopper ring out. There's no problem with it. We're 20 minutes
I
in and there
know,
hasn't been an
so
f bomb. I'm kind
doing
of
so good.
disappointed.
Um, but I would
Um,
be. I would
I
like
think that
that. I would like that. Go get Go do that.
I think another factor here, Kirk Cousins, God bless the man. He's made almost $1 billion
Yeah.
in the
Right.
NFL.
Played the game right. He's played the game right.
he's he's done a crazy amount of money in this league, and he knows where he's at in the pecking order now. You don't have to
No.
take the big deal. You can take the little deal.
Yeah.
It's okay, Kirk. We'll give
Yeah.
you some
Yeah.
millions. Come on down.
I
Give us 2 years and I don't know, however
yeah.
much, $20 million,
I would like to see that, and
whatever.
then I don't want the flashy running back name. Go get me the guy, the up and comer, the guy that no one's really heard about. He was a late round pick, you know, 2 years ago.
Hat tip to the Bears because they did it last year in the draft with Kyle Manungai. He was
Yeah.
a seventh round pick, and he's going to be taking DeAndre Swift's job
Yeah.
pretty darn soon.
And then, you know, go get you a guy like Kareem Hunt. Oh, go get you a guy that's going to be there, be reliable. You know, he's not going to be anything flashy, but some guy you can just hand the ball off to is going to keep the defense honest. Tyler Algier. Someone like Algier.
Algier, not Algier. I'm looking for Le'Veon Moss of the Fighting Texas Aggies to see if he is going to be. He has declared for the draft. Nick Casario, if you're listening, and I know that you are, draft Le'Veon Moss. I don't know what round it's going to be. That's the guy.
Are you
That's
looking
the guy.
to solve your running back injury problems with another running back with injury problems? Le'Veon Moss is your guy.
Hey, all you got to do is catch lightning in a bottle. I've seen the injuries he got. They were not nice things. They were
Yeah.
freak things. So, just give him a chance.
Just give him a chance.
Give him a chance. Please give him a chance. If you've watched 23 minutes of this talking about Houston sports that are not actually in season, congratulations. You're a true Houston sports fan. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're not doing those things, I don't know what to tell you. You've come to the right spot, but now how are you going to find us again unless I text you this, which I do every time I put it out. Anyway, we're burying the lead here, and the lead is America's dominance over Canada in Canada's favorite sport.
USA. USA. USA.
Men's and women's hockey defeated Canada in the gold medal match, both in overtime, both by the same score. And if you watched that game on Sunday morning, I woke up too late to do the chug for it, but I did watch some of that game, and the goalie, Hellebuck, dude, he made one of the most incredible. I understand that the goalie has a stick, but I don't think that I ever comprehend that the goalie uses the stick as a saver. We're glove save and a pad save kind of guy, but I mean he is fully committed one way, and just like whipped the stick behind him and deflected one, and he didn't deflect it away. He deflected it actually like past him, in between him and the goal. So it was like it's hockey. The margins are so thin. Incredible save. The boys brought it home.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. How does Canada feel? Canada, your reaction. If you're Canadian and you watch this, just cry. Just show me a tear. Just one tear
I think
in the
that
chat
was
if you're Canadian.
the best part about winning was, and I think this only happens at the Olympics. So any other sporting event, this game is played. the Canadian team walks off the ice, or skates off the ice. They're in their locker room, and then there's the big trophy celebration. That's every other sporting event, not the Olympics. The Olympics, they got to stay out there. They got to stay out there, watch the other team. They got to watch USA cheer. They got to watch fans
Listen to the
cheer. They got to
anthem.
listen to the national anthem. They got to watch it all, and then they're handed these little rink-a-dink silver medals, and
I saw the Canadian Olympic Twitter that said in all caps, very excited, and they said, "Silver shines just as bright." And I said, "You losers! You losers! You're Canada. Now this is why you're Canada."
And then obviously, America's fourth best sport beats you at your best sport. So,
Yeah, yeah. It's got to be tough. It's got to be real tough. Well, I guess I'll just go.
What I thought was really cool was
shovel the driveway.
We beat Canada on the same day we beat the Soviet Union.
I saw
in 1980. That's crazy. Pretty cool.
And I think that there was a guy. There was some other really cool lining up, like a coincidence. I think it was with a player, maybe the player's dad or something like that.
One of them is a third generation Olympic gold medalist, U.S. hockey gold medalist. So his granddad was on the first Olympic team in the 60s that won gold. And then his dad was on the 1980 team, and then he's on the 2026 team. So if he's got a son, look out. Place your bets.
Because he's
bets now
gold medal
for when that kid is on Team USA.
I'll have to find it. I mean, I can't find it right now, but yes.
And cool. A lot of cool stories on that Olympic team as well, because the guy who hit the game winner lost his tooth. He's
smiling. He's just
but
smiling,
he's also he's a twin, right? And his brother's on the team too. Pretty sure.
Is that
could be wrong.
Eichel?
Jack Hughes. Which is a great name, by the way. A great American hockey name. American hockey hero name. Jack Hughes. He's a hero. Don't you
forget it. Syrup sippers.
But no, it's pretty cool. And the girls won. So.
Yeah.
Go USA.
Add to that medal count, baby.
Yeah.
I'll give you $100 if you know the name of one women's hockey player for the United States.
I don't know.
Thank you. Okay.
Kate Dixon. I don't know.
I cannot verify whether or not you've won. That's that. Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
There was a lot of hate, or not hate, but talk on Twitter or whatever about the women's hockey team had to ride coach on the way back, and and then the men's hockey team that.
We're greeted kings.
But the difference is, and what people don't know, is that all those guys are millionaires. They all have their own money. They all have stuff.
They all have
$1 million contracts.
They all basically left their teams for the time being to go do this.
NHL just paused. I mean, they
took
all
a break.
Yeah,
It's very smart,
yeah,
because
half the
half the
league's
league was
gone.
gone.
So it's yeah, they just take a 2 week pause. Um, but
Did they do that instead of the All Star break? Because that would be ideal.
probably because the Olympics is
See,
the
hockey's got
Olympics
it
is
figured
your
out.
All Star game. Those are all your best players
Yeah.
and some.
You know what's crazy is that there's some, like, I know the Colorado Avalanche, their best player is Canadian.
Nate,
Um, Cale
oh
Makar. Nate McKinnon is good too. I think he's American. Either way, the point of that is that they face off against each other in the gold medal game, and then one goes home with the sour taste in their mouth, and then they
yeah,
meet back up 2 weeks later. One of them's got a gold and one of them's got a silver, and they got to play with each other
yeah.
again on the same line. Hey, buddy.
That's the other. That was the other.
Hey,
That's like
how's
but
that
that's the
taste?
other element to the Canada U.S. rivalry. It's like they're not only your neighboring country that you have a bitter rival with, but they're also your teammates. You know,
That you
that you love
love
like
like
crazy,
crazy.
but maybe sometimes might aggravate you, and so this will just get back at.
Hey, most aggravated man in North America is Connor McDavid. In 3 straight years, he's gone Stanley Cup L, Stanley Cup L,
Yeah,
Olympics L.
yeah.
He just can't get it done for
Sorry,
Canada.
sorry, Kana.
One day,
No,
maybe not.
no.
Do you want to talk Rockets, or do you want to rip this fight?
We can talk Rockets. We finally won. It didn't blow a lead last night, so that was cool.
I saw some things about the game against New York. I guess that was the day before. Was that Monday night?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
or Sunday night. And we had a big lead in the fourth,
hmm
and we blew it. Who did we play on Monday? The
Last
Kings?
night we played the Jazz, who are tanking. Like it's clear.
Yes.
Um, the Rockets have a leadership problem. They have they don't have a guy in the locker room that is that will stand up and be like, block out the noise. This is go time. Like we're down to 20 games left in the season,
Yeah.
playoffs. It's time to buckle up and let's get in game mode here. Let's play.
For as much as people lampooned
He was
Dylan
that guy.
Brooks, just his
He was that
attitude,
guy.
he's that guy.
Exactly.
Dylan Brooks can stand up in your locker room
Yeah.
and get
Right.
everybody
We
in
don't have
check.
that guy. That guy is not on the team. Um, Even if Fred Van Vliet was healthy, I don't think he is that guy either. Um, he's
It would help, but it's
there needs
obviously,
to there needs
you
to
know,
there's something off on the with the team. Um, I actually saw something very interesting in 1996. Rockets coming off two championships, all the hype in the world. Uh, didn't have the season they were expecting. Um,
right.
the next year, they were back in the Western Conference Finals, lost to the Jazz, but they were back. 2006, I think that was Yao and T Mac. All the hype in the world, fell flat on its face. 34 wins. 2000,
Wasn't it?
2016, coming off the Western Conference Finals uh, with nobody. You bring in, you know, good players around James. Don't have quite the season you were expecting. This season, coming off a season like last year where you have all this young talent, you make some noise in the regular season, make the playoffs. Think you're as a two
As a
seed,
two
you think
seed,
you're one piece away. You go get that one piece, and then the season just hasn't lived up to those expectations. So I think it's just in every these sixes for this team.
it's a Rockets. It's a
Yeah,
Rockets in the
yeah.
sixes.
So the season hasn't been what you expected, but maybe next year. There's hope for next year.
The thing about basketball and baseball and hockey, for that matter, is that there's a regular season and there's a postseason, and they feel just as long as each
Mm.
other. The NBA postseason is a behemoth of uh, of a tournament. If you can just get in,
Mm-hmm.
everything can change. Everything can change because you're
Right,
playing series. All you got to do is win
right.
4 of 7, and then do it again and
And
win four
usually
of
the
seven.
team that's the
You know,
healthiest at the end of the year, they're
yeah,
they're always
they're
they're
built for
always
seven.
one of the last four teams, but it's also the team that has their shit together. They doesn't have the distractions. Look at Indiana Pacers last year. That just had good vibes going in the locker room. They had
They also got
oh
hot
yeah,
at the
but they
right time.
also they knew every player on that team knew their role, and they played their role, and they played
Yeah,
it well. With Houston, sometimes I don't think they all know their role.
what they're
Yeah,
on the
like
court
who?
for.
Okay, so who's scoring? This possession. We need a bucket. Who are we giving it to? Are we gonna let Shangoon, our 7 foot center? Is that our game plan? Literally to have him dribble the ball all the way from one side of the court
Coast to
and
coast
start
and
posting
post
up
up.
from the 3 point line and just back his way. That's our strategy. It's not a good one. It's not a good one. And Kevin Durant
It seems
playing
like it's the.
37, 38 minutes a night. He's 30.
It also doesn't bode well
Yeah,
for the
he's
end of the season.
37, 38. It's probably not a good idea. So,
The reason that we were a 2 seed last year is because the defense was locked down, and it's also the reason why Kevin Durant was brought in, because you said we need the frontline scorer that we can go
yeah,
to in the clutch. But this year, your defense isn't scratching the itch
yeah,
the same way, and so you need it from more
yeah.
than one source.
And offensively, you're not moving the ball the way you were at the beginning of the season, Like when this season, at the beginning of the season, we had one of the best offensive ratings ever. Like we
It was
yeah.
because of
Well,
rebounding.
yeah,
It was
that's true too.
it's because
That's
you're
true
on the
too. Losing
boards.
Steven Adams hurts a ton, and we're gonna feel that in the playoffs more than anything. Uh,
Yeah, the double big was kind
yeah,
of like the cheat code
yeah.
that we had
So
going.
I don't know. Obviously, hope for the best this season. I'm kind of losing hope and expectations just based off of all the recent rumors, the Twitter burner accounts, or whatever KD's got. But they definitely should have addressed the point guard situation at the trade deadline. Um,
Did they
yeah,
just
they didn't
stay
make one
put?
move. One,
Kind of tells you, that it's the same thing that the
yeah,
Texans did.
yeah,
You know, if you felt like you had a real shot, you'd go all in. The Texans had a better shot than they gave
yeah,
themselves credit for. The season didn't look like it at the time, but who knows what would have happened if you would have upgraded at running back at the trade deadline. Brees Hall uh, was the target
team.
at the time, and he's going to get
Yeah.
franchise tagged. He's going
Now
to be a
that's a
Jet.
running back. I wouldn't. A running back of that style, I wouldn't mind paying. Kenneth Walker,
Give me David Montgomery. You know, I can give the ball to David Montgomery 200
Yeah.
times. You really can. You really can, and it makes
Yeah.
Woody more effective. Um, I'm gonna tease this into this here flight fight because it's kind of along these lines. We're talking about styles um, throughout different sports. Um, in Space Jam, you've got the little puny monsters, and they touch the basketball, and the basketball has been infused with the powers of the
Hmm.
greats of the game. And these monsters, they touch the ball, and then they play just like the greats. The greats don't have it no more because the Monstars do. So the flight fight is you touch the ball. Whose skill do you got? It can be like a particular skill. That's kind of the way that I was thinking of it. For example, just an example, uh, like Robert Ory clutch gene. There's a skill, or
Okay.
Randy Johnson fastball,
Gotcha.
that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But you just wake up one morning and you've got it. So it's like
Yeah.
talents, I guess. Talents, superstar talents you'd like
Okay.
to have. Um, the one from last week was Lost to Time. You had the first pick in that one, but since nobody heard it, for continuity's sake, you can have the first
Excellent.
pick today.
I know exactly where I'm going. And if you want specifics, I'll give you specifics. I want Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball swing. That's
That's
what I want.
great. It's the prettiest swing that has ever
Yeah.
swung. It really is. There's really nothing quite like that.
And had anybody told me when I was like 6 how much money baseball players made, dude, I would have been
You would
yeah,
have
I
been
would
up
have
there with me.
concentrated all my life on baseball and swinging a baseball bat or learning how to throw a
Yeah.
curveball.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
that's. I did that.
but I
It
was
hurt
stupid
eventually.
and I thought basketball was going to be my sport.
But then you looked in the mirror.
Yeah. Well, then the doctor told me that you're probably not going to be 6 foot. So,
You went,
like, dang it, doc. He's like, what? You're 18. You should know this. You done,
you're
kid.
done.
You
Look,
done.
you're done. Okay. I'm going to take, with my first pick, uh, Barry Sanders Jukes.
Mmm. Mmm.
Because he would just
Yeah.
disappear. People would go to tackle him and he would be gone, and they'd be like, where did the guy in the blue go? And he's actually 15 yards past you now. Um, so I would take that. And then I have two that I'm thinking of. I'm just going to write the other one down so I don't forget. And I'm forgetting. I'll have some time, hopefully. My next pick, I'm going to take DeAndre Hopkins' hands.
Pretty good. Pretty good. He's got some big hands.
And really more what they
Yeah.
do. You know, if my hands could do what
Yeah.
his hands do. Also, if my hand looked like his hand, it would look freakish.
That look like
What
an
the hell
alien.
happened to your fingers? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it would. Okay.
For my next pick, I will take Magic Johnson's vision.
As in the point guard, the
Yeah.
finding the open
The court
man,
vision.
the passing,
Yeah.
the lanes. It's pretty
Yeah.
hard to beat.
And then for my third pick, I will pick um, Michael Jordan's Killer Instinct.
I think every athlete in the world
Yeah, where I'm
would
not
take
just
that one
going to beat you, I'm going to embarrass you in
in
front of
front of your
your
mama.
mama.
Um, for my third pick, I will be taking Carlos Correa's
Hmm.
arm. I'm thinking specifically of the throws across the infield that are
Yeah.
just rockets. Whenever Pena got there, love Pena, but you can
Yeah.
tell the difference between what seeds Correa was
Yeah.
throwing and what
That
Pena was throwing.
that diving catch, like shortstop, and then pick it up and go,
And
yeah.
it was, it was just a laser beam, just a laser beam. The scouts would call that a plus arm. That's a
hmm
rocket attached to your arm, is what that is. You have a rocket. Um, along the same lines of your killer instinct, I'm going with Pedro Martinez. And I don't know that I'm going to call it killer instinct. I'm going to call it like he's like a stubborn ass. He's like headstrong. Pedro Martinez pushed an old man
Yeah.
down for coming at him. Pedro Martinez is not scared of
There you
fearlessness.
go.
We'll go with
Fear.
fearlessness. Pedro's fearlessness and his changeup. Probably my favorite pitcher of all time that's never been an
Pedro.
Astro. Pedro Martinez, yes, he's so unreal.
Yeah,
He's so unreal to
he had a
watch.
good stretch there.
He started an All-Star game, and I think it was in Boston, so that's why they let him start. And in the All-Star game, you don't get to go forever, so it's really an empty the tank situation. Struck out the side in the first inning. He comes back out for the second inning, strikes
Mm.
out the first two, and then second baseman has an error. And no, I'm sorry. He strikes out the first guy. Second baseman has an error. Double play ball. So he still faced six batters, four strikeouts to begin it all. Might have been a strike him out, throw him out. I think he had like the most consecutive strikeouts to
Wow.
start an All-Star game, and Bagwell was one of them. There was like Mark McGuire and Bagwell, and just an
Yeah,
all-time murderers row,
yeah.
height of the steroid era, and this little dude is pumping gas past you. Fucking love Pedro. Keep going. Your last two.
My last two. I had these written down, but you wanted felt like you wanted more specific, so I'm trying to think now.
You just gotta match the skill
Yeah,
to an athlete.
I guess Adrian Peterson's agility.
He could
Yeah,
find the corner on you.
yeah, he
He
could
could
find a
go.
hole. His little dancing.
I'm just gonna give you Adrian Peterson like ball carrying,
Okay.
if you want to call it that, because he would turn agility into
Yeah,
power very quickly and
yeah,
punch you in the
but that
face.
specifically that in between the lines there, he like the. I'm just picturing him, moving those little legs like like
How about we go with
burst.
burst?
All of it. All of the above.
Burst.
All of it.
All of it. That's fair.
And then for my last one, um, I really love it if I had any sort of short game in golf. So whoever has the best short game, I want that one.
Are you asking me to select that
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
Just go with Scotty. If there's ever a question,
Yeah,
go with
there we go.
Scotty Scheffler in golf,
Yeah,
and you're
there we go.
probably right. Scotty's short game. That's a very good pick.
But I still,
And
it doesn't
was
change my opinion of golf. I still think it's a waste of time.
amazing.
Time.
Yeah, you got very close to my last pick, but not close enough. I am taking Bryson DeChambeau's driver. I just want to hit the long ball. Just let me one time in my life hit a 340-yard drive.
See, I was gonna say John Daly's, long game, but
but I want the rest of what comes with John Daly.
I want to just.
I don't just want his golf swing. I also want to smoke the cigarettes.
Yeah, I just want to be John Daly. If I could switch lives with one other person, it might be John Daly.
You could make a case.
Yeah, he could be living the best life. Name a better.
Don't ask.
Name a better life.
I'll tell you.
Name a better life lived right now than John Daly.
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
It's worth your consideration.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard.
Maybe like Nolan Ryan. But Nolan Ryan's not having that kind of fun right now. And he was never as much of a, a personality, a character.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We got to wrap.
Is that the sound of your love?
The sound of my...
Okay. For the podcast listening audience who was not at TJ's wedding, he's giving the speech to everyone who's there. It's a very sweet moment, kind moment. And from the very back of the room, his daughter starts wailing. And he seamlessly weaves in that these are the sounds of his love. And my wife and I use that every time that we're having a conversation and the kids are going crazy and we're just talking. It's just the sounds of our love, There they are. It's an incredible line.
Thank you.
Kudos to you for that line.
Straight from the dome.
I'm just gonna read them back, and then we can get out of here. Your 5: Ken Griffey's swing, Magic Johnson's court vision, Michael Jordan's killer instinct, Adrian Peterson's Adrian Petersoning, and Scotty Scheffler's short game. It's a hard list to beat. I have Barry Sanders' jukes, D-Hop's hands, Correa's rocket arm, Pedro Martinez's fearlessness, and Bryson DeChambeau's driver. My honorable mention, and I want you to look this up yourself because it's not a vote getter, but it's up here. Barry Zito curveball. Barry Zito curveball.
Like Zigo?
Zito. Z-I-T-O.
I don't have my phone with me. I'll put it.
That's okay. I'll text you about it. Everyone, if you're still here, Barry Zito curveball, right. Honorable mention. Ball knowers will know.
There's your homework. Also,
it's been another episode. What you got?
Nothing. I forgot. Yeah.
There's always next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So,
see you later.
Gross.
Adios.
Adios.